everyone, I'm Gloria S, Crump, the Queen of Real Estate. Thank you for joining us this week's Tea Crumpets here at Coastal Leaders Realty Group. And today we have Donovan Nelson. He is with Knockout Inspections. Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yes, so tell us a little bit of history about the company, about yourself, how you got involved.
Yeah, absolutely. So Knockout Inspections was started with Nathan Lippincott and back in 2013.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yes, it is. We've been very grateful that we've been able to grow since then. So started out with himself, brought on several people a few years into it. Also started doing fortified evaluations in 2015, which was able to help the company grow even more.
Because I think fortified, when did that start? Was it like
that was like 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
When it really kind of the first ones came out, and the first one was in Baldwin County actually.
Really?
So,
I did not know that.
So now we have over 20 or just about 20 employees.
Wow.
With 5 home inspectors, about 7 or 8 fortified evaluators, one of which that lives in Baton Rouge. So I try to cover over in that area as well.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that y'all were all the way over in Louisiana as well. And so what other areas do y'all service?
So we are licensed in Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi.
Okay.
There is, for home inspections. There is one caveat in Mississippi right now. You have to have a builder's license to do new construction inspections in Mississippi.
Yes.
And we don't have that, but are actively getting it.
Oh, that's great. Now, and then you have been with Knockout, you said in April 2024, is that
Correct.
right? Okay.
Yes.
And so you've been doing a good job helping build the business and such.
Apparently, we've been growing tremendously, and I always joke with Nathan, the numbers started shooting up even higher the month after I got hired, and so hey,
yeah, there you go.
But it's not just one person. Obviously, it's our whole entire
y'all
team.
Have a good team.
We have amazing people.
Yeah. Well, one thing is y'all have actually a large company too for a home inspection company. And a lot of times when we talk to home inspectors, they don't have this large of a footprint, especially in multiple states. So that's pretty good. That's awesome.
And it's not a franchise either.
Yeah.
It's locally owned. Organically, built and grown. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and then one thing is with the fortified. For some people that might not know what that is, can you explain just a little bit about it? Okay.
Absolutely. So Fortified Home Program is through IBHS, which is Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety.
Oh, okay.
They started doing the Fortified Home Program after Hurricane Ivan and Katrina came. IBHS needed and wanted to figure out a way to build homes better and retrofit homes better. And there was some painstaking processes along the way.
It always is.
Yeah, always is. And so fast forward to to now in the last few years, it has grown exponentially in Baldwin and Mobile County in Alabama. And there are now fortified designations in 32 states in the continental United States.
And the first one was in Baldwin County? Claim to fame, another one, so that's awesome. And what's nice about that is that the insurance is a huge difference in insurance for homes that are fortified versus not fortified.
And there are different zones, sorry to interrupt, but there are different zones within the United States, hurricane and high wind.
Okay.
Obviously, we're in the hurricane with the coastal region from Texas all the way up to the Northeast even. And so there are slight differences between those zones.
Okay.
And the discounts vary between those zones as well through the insurance companies.
So is it the difference between the hurricane and high winds is maybe like tornado areas, kind of like in the Midwest where there's
and plus snow in the northern regions and things like that. So
because
hail,
of the roof, because of the weight of the snow.
Correct. And hail, things. So there's hurricane winds, which are cyclonic, and then there's straight winds, in some of those other areas for high wind that just go straight at those.
Interesting. I've never really, never thought about it, but that makes so much sense. So, and now, it used to be 3 levels of fortified.
Still is.
Yep. So, but they don't call it bronze anymore.
You are correct.
Yes.
So
I'm learning. I know, right? I'm a fast learner. And so bronze is they don't call it bronze, they just call it fortified.
Fortified roof.
Fortified roof.
Because it started bronze, silver, and gold.
Correct. Yep.
And bronze switched to fortified roof.
Yep. Because if you don't build your home gold to begin with, you can't do gold. Is that correct? It's because there's rebar and things.
Yeah. So technically, IBHS still says you can retrofit a home to gold, which you can.
Yeah.
But it requires gutting your entire home, getting an engineer to draw some things, and the builder to
it's almost
do it. So
costs.
Nathan and I have only come across one person in the last 10 years that has done that with his home.
He probably was on a very expensive piece of land.
Probably. He had to gut his home for a different reason.
So might as well not.
So he said, might as well.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Because I've told people a lot of times, because when I go look at new construction and you see the process, you see rebar coming out of, the
strapping, threaded bars all the way up, correct.
So, so I know a little bit about it, but obviously I'm not an expert. But I tell people if they can do, when they get a new roof, to go through the fortified process, because it will help the insurance costs drastically.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And there is a program in Baldwin and Mobile counties called Strengthen Alabama Homes.
Yes.
That offers a $10,000 towards a new fortified roof.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And I have had some people actually do that, but I didn't realize it's for the fortified roof. I thought it was just for a new roof.
It has to be fortified.
Yeah, so that's awesome, because I did not know that. And then we'll have to, and you just get on the list. Like, I had two friends that they were able to go through that route and get a new roof.
They release it every quarter, and it goes quick.
Oh my gosh,
like
yes.
2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it's filled, because it's only 150 slots or spots per county, Mobile and Baldwin County.
Oh wow!
And it starts at 9 a.m. on 2 different days. It is on 2 different days. On the beginning of the quarter for Mobile County and Baldwin County, and it goes quick.
Oh, I bet. And one of my friends was just thrilled because she just financially. She's single lady, and
$10,000 towards a new fortified roof.
And then obviously it's going to save her money in the long run with insurance as well. So, and then on the types of inspections, obviously y'all offer the re-inspections for fortified.
Right. So reevaluation. So a fortified home program, IBHS has worked hard to make sure there is a distinction between inspections, the word inspection, and evaluation.
Okay.
I know. It seems like it's not a big deal, but it is. So fortified evaluators, of which, like I said, we have about 6 or 7, and we do the evaluations for the designation of the fortified certificate for the home. And then we do the renewals for the certificates as well, because the certificates expire every 5 years.
Yep.
And we have to come out as the third-party evaluator, verify the roof is still in good shape, and if it's a gold fortified home, that nothing else has been modified on the exterior, that hasn't been documented appropriately to go with the fortified standards.
And that is every 5 years that it gets renewed.
Correct.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter if it's fortified roof, silver, or gold. Every 5 years, the certificates expire, and you need to have an evaluator come out and do the documentation appropriately to submit to IBHS, so they can give you another certificate for another 5 years.
And then your insurance.
Correct. And then you're insured. You can keep getting insurance discounts. Correct.
Yes, exactly. So it's huge. And we just dealt with one waiting for that to come back. And so we were very thankful it came back sooner than expected. So
that's always nice.
Yes, it is. And then, so what other types of inspections do you offer?
So we obviously do whole home inspections for residential. We also do commercial property inspections.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then we have our wind mitt and 4-point wind mitigation.
Yes.
And 4 points that Florida loves.
I was just going to say that is big time in Florida.
Correct. Yes.
And what is a 4-point inspection?
Yes. So 4-point inspection covers the 4 main things of the home: the roof, the HVAC, the plumbing, and the electrical.
Okay.
So it's not an all-encompassing, we're not testing windows, we're not testing every outlet, things like that we would on a whole home. The insurance companies mainly use a 4-point inspection for their purposes to make sure those 4 major things of the home are still in good working
okay.
order.
And then on, how do you do wind mitigation?
Wind mitigation is very much about the roof and the attic. So we have to double check the roof, inspect those components, then get in the attic and look at how the trusses are tied to the walls or connected to the walls, and some different things, see if the windows and doors have hurricane protection for them. And all these things are checked off on a list that we have to submit with all the pictures that verify everything as well.
And that's mainly for the insurance.
Correct.
Okay. And then y'all do mobile home.
Yes. Yep. We do mobile home certifications, which not many people know, but occasionally they need to be certified for, again, insurance companies and things like that. And we can do that as well.
Awesome. Yep. One-stop shop.
There's more on our website.
I know, there's more. Well,
wait, there's more.
There's more. And then y'all also have other services, like you said, that air quality control testing.
Correct. Ancillary services. With our home inspections. So yes, air quality control, which tests for microbial growths. And now recently, we've been able to add through the same lab that we would send that to. The same testing discs that we use inside and out can also test for up to 44 particulate IDs in the air. Allergens, contaminants, construction debris, things like that. So
obviously
that's a
mold.
huge thing. Correct. And still mold.
Yeah.
And sewer scopes, another service that we offer. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your sewer lines and your plumbing lines in the home leading to the city line or your septic tank, are still in good condition, not blocked by roots or cracked.
I was just gonna say roots,
things like that. Even in new construction.
Oh yeah.
It's still very important to get a sewer scope.
Yeah, I can imagine. I had a client, she purchased a home, and I can't remember how much longer after she purchased it. It was a good ways, but anyway, the root system ended up growing into the pipes, so it's a big deal. And then you also do well inspections
as well. Yes,
crawl spaces. They do a lot, and then thermal imaging inspections. This is what we love. So
we can do that as well. Yes.
Yeah. So that's awesome because you can see if there's any water damage.
Correct.
And
or insulation missing. It's not just about water with the thermal imaging. You can also, and if you have an inspector that knows how to do it properly, you can see those types of things as well.
Yeah, because of the heat's coming through in certain areas and where it's
not. So it may not always be water in the thermal imaging. It may be insulation not, in the wall
properly in the wall. The heat
a duct,
comes through,
as well, that might be leaking or
I had
something
an
like
air
that,
duct one
where
time
the attic.
Yes, I had that happen.
So
that is. And then, so what are some of the most common items y'all find during inspections? And this is good for people who are thinking about selling, so they know where to focus.
Yes. Roofs obviously are always. We always find something, even if it's a brand new roof. We can typically spot something small like, hey, this nail head wasn't covered with, caulking, silicone, tar, whatever they,
and that
use.
could cause water.
Right, exactly, which that's a very minor, very easy fix for the roof to come back and do that. But roofs is definitely one of the biggest. Garage doors. So keep your garage door track and springs lubricated.
Yes.
You should do that every year. Go to Lowe's, Home Depot,
buy in a very humid environment.
Exactly. Buy the spray can that literally says garage door lubrication.
I didn't even know they had that.
I know, right? Most people don't. And so a very simple,
preventative measurement for that. So.
Exactly.
Because you do see that after a while. Like I see that where the track ends up coming off track. Next thing you know, it damages the track. We got to get new garage doors, and just something.
And it could damage the panel, and then you have to get all new panels, and
And it's just such a cheap preventative measurement for that.
Exactly.
And then
air filters.
Yes.
Change your HVAC filters. Just do it, guys. Come on.
And I was like, come on now. That's also a cheap fix.
Yes.
And it keeps your air conditioning, your HVAC running smoothly.
And some HVAC technicians, will try and sell you on, the top of the line 90-day filter. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those.
Yeah.
Some will tell you, just go with the cheapest and change it, once a month, Me personally, I go with the middle of the road and still change it once a month.
Yeah.
Just because.
Especially, too, if you have pets that shed, things of that nature. Like you said, even home people who are even doing, work. I had a friend that was having a lot of sheet work. And so she was having to change it out way more than just a month because of it just sucking in that sheetrock dust.
Yes, if you are getting construction or remodeling renovations done inside your home and that's going on, if the handyman, contractor, whatever, doesn't, set up a quarantine plastic and shut off your air, while they're doing that, guess where that's going? It's getting sucked into the air return and blowing out the rest of the vents all over the home.
And it can really mess up your air conditioning.
Yes.
So, and then weather stripping damage. I just had a house that had some weather stripping. Guess what happened? Water came in and caused some wood rot.
Yep, exactly. And that, so weather stripping, that's one of the ones we find the most around doors, and like seal and the weather stripping for the windows too. Broken seals on a window that allow condensation or fogging on certain panes of the window as well.
Definitely. And then let's see. We definitely talked about the fortified. I think that's so important too. So
yes, and keep in mind again with the fortified, you have fortified roof, silver and gold. Gold is typically new construction, and it's built with everything in mind for a continuous load path.
Yeah.
So the roof's tied to the walls and walls to the foundations, or if it's a 2-story wall to wall and then wall to foundation.
Yes, that's definitely important. I mean, the insurance is.
Yes.
We'll have an insurance person come up next, and we'll talk about that part.
And gold, everything has to be done in the tiers. So roof is the first tier, then silver, then gold. So if you have gold, you have all the other things, because the most important thing about a fortified roof is that it's a sealed roof deck and that it's secured with ring shank nails.
Okay.
So in the hurricane area that we are in, drip edge as well. So everything has to be documented by the roofer and us appropriately. There are nail patterns you have to follow as the installer. Every 4 inches on the drip edge, every 6 inches, here, ring shank nails, a certain amount securing the decking. So it's a lot involved and very.
So there's a lot more than just
Yes.
Interesting. That is interesting. And so let's see. There was one other thing. We talked about a few things. About extending the life of some of the more expensive items. Like the HVAC and things of that nature. And then a couple of other things that you had mentioned. Like the dryer vent.
Yeah. So big safety concern or issue with that occasionally. If you don't clean out your dryer vent regularly, unfortunately, if you have an old dryer especially, or an existing home that's 20, 30, 40, whatever years old, that dryer lint builds up, and dryers, they use heat.
I was just going to say
could be a spark. Correct. And so it's very important, and it's not terribly difficult. You can go again to a hardware store, Lowe's, Home Depot, whatever, Ace, and get the dryer cleaning kits. And it goes on a drill, and you can buy extensions if you have a longer vent leading to the outside.
That is good to know. And then also too, gutters.
Gutters.
This helps with foundation.
We get a little rain down here occasionally.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah. So gutters are a great way to protect your home as well, because one, it'll help obviously the flow of water off your roof. Instead of having those nice lines of dirt after several years of rain falling off your roof line, it'll direct the water to the downspouts. Okay. And then, of course, those downspouts should have an extension further away from your foundation, so you're not just allowing that water to drain and go right back onto the foundation of the home.
Yes, and then one other thing too that we didn't talk about was the energy-wise services that y'all provide.
Yes, so that's basically home energy efficiency assessments.
Okay.
Blower door testing, air duct testing, HVAC load calculations, duct design, all these things to help your home's efficiency be better. So like our blower door testing, we pressurize the home, walk around with a safe smoke pencil and a thermal camera sometimes, and find leaks in windows, doors, other areas, so that the homeowner can get those fixed, and then we come back, do the test over to make sure that it's improved.
Well, and that's why I was telling him earlier that I had a friend that she had not caulked around her windows, and after so long, water intrusion, she owned a stucco home, and she ended up it's such an easy fix as caulk. Yeah,
it is.
I've done that.
I mean, right? Like, and it doesn't have to look the greatest. Yeah, but
silicone or something to seal. Make sure you get the correct kind. Don't get a bathroom for the exterior.
Yes, exactly.
But she ended up having to replace the stucco 3/4 of. It probably costed. It probably cost her around $30,000. Just because because
of that.
She did not caulk. And it had been about 6 years. And she was single or so, and it just water, just she was going to sell it.
Correct.
The
So yeah, so
buyer
it's
had
not
a
just
thermal
about
image- yes.
air going in and out for home energy efficiency.
Yeah.
Correct. Water is the worst enemy of a home.
Yes.
Which again is why fortified roof, make sure that their deck is sealed so that water
Yeah.
doesn't get between the seams where the decking comes
Yes.
together. So again, water is a home's biggest enemy,
Yes.
and
Because it can even attract termites.
yes, exactly. So yes,
So
big deal.
That's good. Well, y'all definitely offer a lot more. We'll have your website as well.
Yeah.
Because it'll show even more that y'all do that we didn't even touch on. But I feel like, this is, y'all are very thorough. His questions and answers were perfect. So, but yeah, this is awesome. Well, I really appreciate this. And hopefully, people watching, I'm sure they learned something because I did. And I've been doing it for a very long time. So, but yeah, this has been great. And I appreciate you, coming speaking to us and, educating us.
Our pleasure. Anytime, let us know.
Yeah, definitely. And thank you so much for watching.